Greetings, True Believers, Joel Pal, Spider-Man, Cadre, and anybody watching this on YouTube. I have been doing one PIF every month all year, at least one. PIF is a pay it forward. So in the 8 years plus that I've been wet shaving, TSC mug, I've received lots of PIFs, lots of gifts, lots of generosity from members of the various forums. And so I decided this year I really wanted to do something to give back, try to thin out some of my den, and help out a lot of new wet shavers and my friends on the forums. So every single month I've had one major PIF, and then I've also been giving out things here and there. If somebody mentions something that they are interested in something, checking something out, and I've got extra, then I just go ahead and send it their way. So it's just a little something I've been doing. So last month was pretty epic. I had a vintage soap PIF, gave away some soap pucks, some old vintage Williams, some vintage tallow, Art of Shaving, some Haslinger, and some other stuff. Anyways, this one is my last PIF of the year, so it's going to be pretty epic. So how do you get in on this PIF? Well, the only requirements are that you need to be a member of the Shaving Cadre. So if you are watching this on YouTube and you're not a member of the Shaving Cadre yet, come check us out on www.theshavingcadre.com. And I am Spider, so look me up and look for my December PIF. It'll be under a year of PIFs, December PIF, and this is going to be called Everything But the Bathroom Sink. So it's going to be a little bit of every single thing that you need to get started in this hobby. So this PIF is for anybody that wants to be in, mainly geared towards a new wet shaver, somebody that doesn't have a lot of stuff yet. But I've got lots of stuff to try, so if you just started out and you're only a DE shaver and you've got a few soaps, I've got lots of stuff for you to try, and some products that you probably don't have yet in your den. If you're an experienced shaver and you've got somebody, a family member or a coworker that you want to introduce into the hobby, feel free to sign up and give this to them as a way to get them into the hobby. I don't really care who signs up. You just need to be a member of the forum, and you need to have at least 10 quality posts. So if you just sign up right after you see this, you're gonna have a couple weeks to get posting, get to know some of us, say hi, but some quality posts, which means a couple of sentences of information, whether it's describing, what you do for your shaving routine, what you like about it, what you don't, just not a +1 or I agree or stuff like that. So a decent post, but it's really easy to get 10 posts. If you just hang out for 2-3 days, getting 10 posts is really easy. So initially I'm thinking that this post is gonna go, it is the 4th right now, so I'm gonna get this up this evening, so a lot of you probably won't see this until tomorrow the 5th. So I'm gonna keep this open for about 2 weeks and close it on the 20th. So if for some reason everybody signs up right away and we go a few days without, if we go at least a week and a half, and we hit Friday, which is maybe the 14th or 15th, something like that. If we get to that Friday and it's been a few days and nobody's signing up and there's no movement, I might end it early. And that way I can get it in the mail and hopefully get it to you by Christmas. But if we got action and people are still signing up, then I'll go all the way to the 20th. I just don't think it'll get to you by Christmas, but it is what it is. So I'm gonna go through and show you everything that I'm gonna include in this PIF. This is at least for starters, because I may as I'm going through my stuff, if I find additional stuff that I want to thin out. I've got a friend that I'm trying to get into wet shaving, and so I've got some stuff held back for him. If there's stuff that he looks at and doesn't like the smell of it, doesn't like it, I might include it in this. So I may add a bunch more stuff to this, I don't know. It may just be this, I don't know. But at least it's gonna be everything that's on this table right now. So I'm gonna start off with some software. So the first thing everybody needs is some soap. So I've got a puck of Haslinger soap. This is a small puck, but this is gonna last a very long time. It's a triple milled soap, so it is going to last forever. This will last probably a month or two, even though it's so small. It's about the same size as a Williams puck, but a really great performing soap. I've got an artisan soap. This is one of my favorite artisans, Mystic Water, and this is the Lavender Lime. This is a brand new refill puck. I just don't have the tub for it. This is a used tub of Nanny's soap. This is Citrus Zinger. It smells pretty good. This is just one that I just don't use. There's nothing wrong with it. It just doesn't see any use in my den. So this is gonna go. Some of these, this is probably one of the only products that's used, but I'll wash it off, rinse it off really good, make sure I'm down to a clean layer of soap. Also, so those are shaving pucks, shaving soap. You're also going to want to try out a shave stick, which the idea here is you wet the stick, kind of swirl it around on your face, and then use your brush to lather. Arco, everybody knows it, everybody loves it. Well, not everybody loves it. You kind of have to get used to the scent of it, but it's an awesome performing soap. Creams, you got soaps, you also need creams. So this is a somewhat used tube of Spike cream, but being a tube, you just squeeze it out like toothpaste, so this is totally clean. And then a brand new tube of Proraso cream. So that's what we got for software. Next thing you're gonna want is something to shave with. So I've got a variety of razors. The first thing, we got a brand new, never used, Edwin Yager. I believe this is the 89L, and also have a razor stand for it. I've got a vintage Schick Krona, which is a twist to open. The Krona is a very mild, great beginner razor. User grade, it is missing the end caps, full disclosure, but that's not gonna affect the shave whatsoever. The Krona is a great, great razor. So we got some razor blades to go with it. I got a pack of Gillette Platinums, a pack of Pole Silvers, and a pack of Vashgods. So those are all new packs to go with those. So those are your double edge razors. What else are you gonna need? You're gonna need some single edge razors, because it's not all about the DE. You gotta have the SE. So we got a couple of Gem razors. We got a Gem Junior, which is the 1912 style head, which has a flip top head. And then you've got, I believe this is called the Contour, which has a push button, and then just snap it closed. And then I don't have a pack of these because I buy these in bulk, but I got 5 Gem blades for those. And all of the hardware, all the brushes, all the razors will be totally cleaned and sterilized before I send them out. Okay, so you got your DE and you got your SE. What else? Well, you're gonna wanna try an injector. Almost everybody loves injectors. Injectors are easy to use. They're like cheating. It's the feeling of shaving with a double edge razor, but it's the ease of shaving with a cartridge razor. So this is a Schick type L, I believe, off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure this is an L type. And I've got a brand new pack of Schick injector razor. These are the Chinese Shicks, which is pretty much one of the best blades out there right now. So that's that. So what else we're gonna need? We're going to need a shavette. I'm not doing a full straight razor because there's so much that goes in with straight razors, but this is the cheater's way of using a straight razor. And the shavette is a good way of getting into it if you're interested. This is a WEC hair shaper. So this is actually meant for cutting hair, but if you take this guard off, this guard cannot be used for shaving. This is only for cutting hair because it curves over and will go over the blade. So you can't use it with this. So you take this off, and I've got a pack of Persona blades. So you just slide the blade in there and use it just like a straight razor. Now this is the hair shaper. So it is a little bit shorter than the actual shaving version of it, but aside from being shorter, there's no difference. So as long as you can get it comfortably in your hand, then this works great. And the WEC is one of my favorite shavettes, if not the favorite shavette that I have. I think it's a great tool to use if you're just getting into straight razor shaving. It's very similar to an actual straight razor. So this is a really good tool to break you in to that. So I'm gonna need some brushes. So I've got a Parker Badger brush. This is a relatively inexpensive Badger brush. It's kind of a little bit of a shedder, but it'll at least get you into the feeling of how a Badger brush performs. If you like this, there's certainly much better Badgers out there, but this will get you into it and see how it feels. You're also going to need a bore. This is an Omega bore. It might be a 49, I'm not sure, but this is a pretty big knot. And I have some bores, and this is just one that just doesn't get a whole lot of use for me. I don't know if you saw when I was flicking it, there's some soap dust coming off of it, but like I said, I'm gonna get these all cleaned out and sterilized and good to go before I send them out. This is a really big bore brush, so if you're looking at other bores, most of them aren't gonna be this big, so if you do like this, there are others out there. Also have a Maggard's synthetic. Synthetics, in my opinion, are the way to go right now if you're just getting into it and you want a cheap or inexpensive rather brush. The synthetics now are really amazing. All of the softness of a Badger, less backbone, but so some of them can be a little bit floppy, but super soft at a reasonable price. So this is one of my favorite starting tools to get. So you're gonna get all three brushes so that you can kind of get a feel for what type of brushes there are and what you personally like. Now to help you lather, I've got a cheap Walmart salsa bowl, but this is what I use. If I'm going to bowl lather in my den, I've got a green one just like this, and this has been my go-to. It's pretty much for me the ideal shape, the ideal size. It's rough on the inside, so it helps with your lather, helps aerate it a little bit. It's not smooth, so your brush doesn't just slide around. It kind of has a little bit of friction, get some air bubbles in there and whatnot. Super easy to hold, indestructible. You can run over it with your car. Well, not really. But you can drop it off the sink is what I'm getting at, and it's gonna be just fine. Falls on the floor, it's not going to break and smash into a million pieces. Nearly indestructible unless you run over with your car. You're probably gonna break this one. There are better, heavier duty salsa bowls at Walmart. This is the cheapest one there is, but it is a perfect size for lathering. And this, since it's plastic and it's light and it's small, it's also good for taking for you when you travel. So if you ever take your stuff with you on travel, this is perfect to take with you. I know when I travel, I just face lather, and I'm primarily a face latherer anyways. But if you are a bowl lather and you do travel, this is perfect. I do have a pretty cool glass salsa bowl, which is smooth on the outside, but is dimpled on the inside. So all that pattern you see, that's all on the inside. So this is also a spectacular lather bowl. It's slightly smaller than this one. So it may be a little bit small for your preference, but if the size is okay, this is an awesome lather bowl. The last thing for that is I have a scuttle. This is a Dirty Bird scuttle. This is the 1.5 size. It is chipped on the spout. This is the way I received it. It was from a PIF, and this is how I received it. So I'm not just trying to shove off stuff that I broke. This doesn't affect the usage of it at all. You fill this chamber with hot water, and that will heat up your lather area. It's got the nice spiral in there to help you aerate your lather. It's got a nice big handle. I just don't use scuttles anymore. I still have my Dirty Bird 1.0. This is the 1.5. And I'm not sure I'll get rid of the 1.0, but I don't use it ever. I don't use scuttles. I rarely bowl lather, so this is just taking up space. So I hope whoever wins this enjoys using a scuttle. It does help warm up your lather, and applying warm lather to your face does feel really good. So they are kind of enjoyable. I haven't used a scuttle in years, and I just want it to go to somebody that's gonna use it. Okay, so we got software, we got hardware, we just shaved. What do we need to do? We need post-shave. So I've got this, which is the Aquavelva Ice Blue, the Aquavelva Original Sport, which is near unobtainium in the United States. This is a Canadian product, and was only in the United States for one season when this gift set was available at Walgreens. Otherwise, this is only made in Canada and is really hard to find in the States. It's a really good fougere scent, and I love it. And you're gonna get the puck of modern Williams soap, which some people like, some people don't. Also, I've got a bottle of Barbasol Pacific Rush. I've got a bottle of Barrister and Mann First Snow. I got this in a trade with the soap and the aftershave, and I liked it as a soap. I just wasn't keen on it as an aftershave for the scent. So you got some commercial aftershaves, you got an artisan aftershave. I've got a Barbasol aftershave balm, which has a very similar scent to the Pacific Rush aftershave. The balm's a little bit different. The balm does not have menthol. The splash has a lot of menthol in it. And a tube of Everyman Jack post-shave lotion in signature mint scent. So you got two different options there, using an alcohol splash or using a balm, which a lot of people like using balms in the winter because they got drier skin and it helps keep them moisturized. So after we got our aftershave, I've got some cologne. So this is Honeybee Soap's Black Tie Scent Cologne. So that's gonna round out our day. We've got everything we need, start to finish. All you gotta do is supply the sink and the water, and you're good to go. So that's everything in the PIF. Again, the only requirements to be in this PIF is that you're a member of the TSC, and I forgot to mention, you gotta be CONUS, because I've got a lot of liquids in here and I can't ship those overseas. So sorry guys, you gotta be CONUS to be in on this PIF, and you gotta be a member of the TSC. I don't care when you join, as long as you join before the end date, obviously, and you join in enough time to get in 10 good posts. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you're not a member of the TSC, come join us, www.theshavingcadre.com. If you're already a member of the Cadre, you're looking at this video in the thread, so just go ahead and sign up. All you got to do is say, I'm in. I'm not worried about doing anything fancy as far as requirements for signing up. If you feel like posting a picture or telling me a joke, I don't care. Do whatever you want. But just sign up in the thread, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody sign up. Hopefully, getting some lurkers off of the tubes of you and onto the den of shave with the Cadre. And yeah, looking forward to it. So again, www.theshavingcadre.com. I'm Spider. Look up my thread, and we'll see you guys on the pages. Later.